Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Logan, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite recipes from my childhood. I ask for this every time I had a birthday. I call it cheese chicken, and it's something my mom used to make. It has crescent rolls, cheese, and chicken, and also this really creamy sauce that goes on top. It's so delicious, and I can't wait to show you. Alright, so for our ingredients today, we will need chicken. I've got chicken tenderloins here. Also some crescent rolls, cream of chicken soup, and a bag of cheddar cheese. I personally like sharp cheddar, but feel free to use whatever kind you like. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've got a pot of boiling water here. I added a bit of salt, and we're just going to throw the chicken in, and it should be done in about 10 minutes. We're also going to go ahead and make our sauce, and the thing I love about this sauce is that it's just so simple, it's so rich, it's so creamy, and it's so easy to make. So I'm just starting with the can of cream of chicken soup. Now this is the condensed version of the cream of chicken soup. So typically what I'll do is, once I get it all out of the can, I'll add a little bit of water just to kind of thin it out a bit. And then typically, to make the taste a little better, I like to add just a little bit of shredded cheese, and that'll melt in there. I just keep it on low for a few minutes while we do the next steps. Alright, so time for my least favorite part of this recipe, and that is opening the can of crescent rolls. I'm never good at this. The pop always terrifies me. This one wasn't too bad, but still, every time it gives me anxiety. So, got it open. Now we're going to try to separate out each of the crescents. So I messed that first one up very badly, but the other three seem to be in pretty good shape, so we're just going to kind of separate them, pull them apart. I won't make you watch me do all of these, but in general, if you can just separate them and get them ready to fill. All right, so now that we've got them all ready to go, we're going to go ahead and set these aside for just a minute, and we'll chop up our chicken that just came out of the pot. You'll want to slice these into fairly small pieces just because the crescent rolls aren't too big, and so large pieces make it kind of difficult to close. So as small as you can get them will work better. We're just going to put these in a bowl and we'll set them aside so that they're ready when we're ready to fill our crescent rolls. Alright, so now time for the fun part. We're going to go ahead and fill our crescent rolls. Usually I like to start by just sprinkling a little bit of cheese on each one. Really, the amount depends on what your taste is. I tend to like things pretty cheesy, so we'll put some on later again. But I just fit as much chicken as I can into the crescent roll. Usually add a little bit of cheese back on top after that, and then we attempt to roll them up. They can be a little challenging to roll simply because they are very small, but honestly, these are going to get covered in sauce, so they don't have to be perfect. Alright, so let's grab our pan, and usually I just set them in and try to space them out as evenly as I can. They will spread out a little bit, but they can be fairly close together. In this one pack we had 8 crescent rolls, so we'll have 8 little bundles. I tend to take the extra cheese and the extra chicken and just sprinkle it on top. It just adds to it, and you can eat it later. And then we'll spread our sauce on top. So I usually just take, after it's been sitting on the stove, it's warm, and pour it over the top. I like to use every drop. The crescent rolls will actually soak up this sauce, and it will taste amazing. So into a 350-degree oven we go. You can ignore the cake that's already in there. These should cook for about 20-25 minutes. When they start to brown on top, that's usually when they're done, and they come out looking gorgeous. But clearly the most important thing is how they taste, so we'll go ahead and plate it up. I always add some of the sauce. The sauce is so delicious. There's some of those chunks of chicken in there. So we'll add a couple of scoops there, and we'll give it a taste. Oh my God, so good.